Okay, we are officially live. I think everything is good. Okay, adjust that. All right. Hey, Ship Nerd, you're the first people here. How you doing, man? You are the first one into the stream. Sorry, I'm almost 15 minutes late. Not quite. But let's see. Pro, hello. Joe, hello. Olympic, hello. Wilson, wow, here comes everybody. Hey, everybody, what's happening? Wow, y'all show up so fast. Holy cow. How is everybody tonight? Says hello, Lauren, hello, Vest, hello, Kevin, hello, Jessica, hello, Chista, hello, Sir, hello. So many hellos. RMS Electric, boom, everyone's here. Y'all, yeah, absolutely. Freddie says, how is your day, Sam? My day's good. As I said, sorry I haven't had an upload video for you guys in a while. I've had crazy life stuff going on, so it's been taking up so much of my time. But good news is I did officially finish filming my next Historic Travels episode. I actually finished it right before I went live, so that's why I was a little bit late. But I got that done, so I just have to finish editing, and I should be able to, if I can pull a rabbit out of my hat, I might release it tonight, but most likely I'll release it tomorrow morning. Maritime, Sam? Question mark, exclamation, question mark. Maritime, did you not miss the memo that I put on my Discord? I made an announcement that I was going to do a live stream tonight. I made an announcement that I'm doing live stream this evening. So, I mean, like, I think Maritime is slipping. It's like, hey, Sam, who's going to be victorious? I don't know if we're going to do a Q&A tonight, guys. I've been so busy with the video, and I really need to get this video done. So I don't think we're going to have a Q&A this week. I'll save it for next week. I hate to do that to you all, but I just did not have time to work on it, and I got to get this video done. Let's see, Maritime. Maritime, I think you're just as famous on this YouTube channel as a lot of us. Maritime, hee. Says, hi, Maritime. Hi, everybody. Vest, it's okay, Sam. Thanks, man. Like, sorry. Cars, why no Friday live stream? Once again, because I've had a crazy busy week. Listen, these past few weeks, it's just been like, I've had so much going on and so much I've been trying to keep up with, and then trying to balance YouTube and all this other stuff. It's just been... Hey, Lisa, how you doing? When are you going to live stream video games again? Eventually. I don't have the exact plan for that yet, but not too. Eventually, I will. Dog says, why no Q&A? Just because I didn't have time to work on it. I've been working on a video today. I have been working on a video all day, and I really need to get this video done because I'm so behind on my video work. Amazing how life happens, and it just, ugh. Let's see here. Let's see. Kaiser Wilhelm de Groot says, Sam, are you good at... Kaiser, you're jumping on the Sam Ball bandwagon now? Is that what's happening? Joe says, Sam, if Titanic never sank, would it be a floating hotel where they scrap it? They would 99.99999% scrap it just because of everything that was going on during that time period. So you got to remember the crash of 29 and everything, because they wanted to save the Olympic, but, you know, they would have scrapped it. And got to remember, if Titanic didn't sink, Titanic wouldn't be famous. Titanic's only famous because she sank. Olympic would have been the popular one. Wow, that is like making a layer. What the heck? That thing does not look great on a live thing. That's better. Maritime, typical Britain. Let's see here. We got that. Mr. Wilson, I would have rather traveled on Olympic. I think a lot of us would. Titanic gets all the attention because, you know, it sank and it's the most famous, but if it hadn't sank, Olympic would be the big ship of the Olympic class. David says, how do I get in your Discord and how much is it? Discord, good sir, is 100% free. And I have an ad for it in my YouTube channel. Just click on the ad. There's a link for it in the description. But yeah, speaking of which, did you guys see that whole thing where apparently they're wanting to create Titanic NFTs? I cannot contain how, like, what the? You're going to take the Titanic and turn it into that scam. I mean, I can't even, I can't, just don't, don't do it. What's an NFT? Look, I have a hard time understanding it because I still don't, but apparently it's like you're trading the digital rights of pictures or something, or like you own an image on the internet, or you're like pictures are becoming trading cards. I don't get it. But apparently they're trying to make it like the next Bitcoin or whatever. And they're trying to say that basically you buy pictures. We're correct. Yeah, I know that. But it's just like, I don't get it. I don't get why that would be like, anyway, it's a scam. Didn't shoot, what was that guy's name? Like Logan Paul, I think. Didn't he just get in a huge scandal or something because he was trying to scam people with NFTs? I saw something about that. Some History Fan 5, thank you so much, good sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Captain 2, thank you. Hi, Sam, can't stay long. I'm at a college game. No big deal, man. Enjoy the game. Glad you stopped by. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says yes. I hate looking. Well, yeah, it was some zoo thing. It was some zoo thing. I was watching I make a point to avoid YouTube drama. I make a point to avoid. I only find out about it if another YouTuber that I watch talks about it, and he mentioned that there was some big NFT scam with like something to do with like you buy digital animals or something. I don't know. But anyway. Anyway, David, are we on the verge of raging? It's fine. We already raged in my Discord. My Discord absolutely went bonkers as soon as I mentioned it. Hey, Hawkeye. Hello, Sam. Hey, Hawker, Dark Obsidian. How you doing, man? Sorry I haven't messaged you back in a bit. I know you're wanting to do your live thing. We will do it. I've just been crazy busy, man. But don't worry. We'll get to it. I promise. We'll talk about it. We'll do a live stream. Let's see. RMS Olympic. Hey, Sam, I'm back. Some hawk went at top Okay. Nice play on words. So the guy who's in this chat named RMS Olympic said, hey, Sam, I'm back. Some hawk went at top speed at me. Okay. That's funny. Gabriel 4. Thank you so much, good sir. Captain Jalen 2 again. Thank you. A college basketball game my sister's playing. Awesome. Tell her good luck. Hope she wins. Historic. Hey, Sam. Earlier I was playing Sea of Thieves and this huge guy with a skeleton crew started attacking me in my sleep. I couldn't stand a chance of defeating them. Yeah, that can be overwhelming, man. But I tell you this, the sloop, it's got more power than you give it credit for. Just keep the maneuvers, do anchor turns, sail around. You can do it. Electric says, hello, Sam. Big fan. Thank you so much, Electric. Glad you are here. Maritime History. Sam, are there any major ship anniversaries in March? I feel like you're quizzing me. You obviously know that there's some big ship anniversary in March, but I just can't think of it. I can't think of any either, but I feel like you're quizzing. Oh, wait. I can't think of any. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can't think of any. I honestly can't think of any major ship disasters that happened in March. Atlantic was April 1st. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. When was the Arctic? That was September. Yeah. September was the Arctic. I'm not sure. I am not too sure. Pro, Sam, have you heard about the Ohio train derailment? Yes, I did. That is absolutely insane. And even though I'm pretty far away from it, I've seen some charts that it said that my city could still be in the disaster zone of that. Or like, not disaster zone, but we could be affected by the fallout of it, which is absolutely insane. I have been following it. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Dwayne says, hi, my name is David. I'm 8 years old and I'm using my grandmother's account. Big fan. Love your videos. Awesome, Dale. We have a young maritime historian here. I absolutely love it when we have young maritime historians here. It's awesome. It means the story of these ships is going on to the next generation. Let's see. Ohio and West Virginia are next to each other. Really? I had no idea. West Virginia and Ohio are right beside each other? Really? I'm just messing. Second Officer Charles Lightoller. Ha. How many of you guys were so I don't know why I thought of this, but how many of you guys were there when I was talking in my live stream? It was a premiere, and I meant to say Lightoller. I was talking about Lightoller, and I accidentally typed light tower in the chat instead of Lightoller. I was like, wait a minute. As soon as I hit the enter button, I'm like, oh crap. I accidentally put that into the chat. I was like, says, yes, I was there. Yes, I do. Let's see, a light tower, XD, yeah. Okay, we got that one, I was watching South Park when I got the notification of the stream. Cool. I haven't watched South Park in a very, very long time. It's been a while, but I heard that they also just had apparently a certain skit has been going viral that they did lately, and I did see something about that. Made me laugh a little. If you guys know what I'm referring to. Let's see here. Maritime. I found the USS Cyclops lost in March. Interesting. So I'll let you guys know what I have been working on over the past few days. I talked about it in my Discord, but besides my life stuff that I've been dealing with, I've also been doing a lot of research. So what I have been trying to do, so if I was to ask all of you in here, what was the final song played on the Titanic during the sinking? What song would you guys think it was? What song do you guys think was the last song played by the ship's band during the final moments? What song do you guys think? Maritime says Autumn. Olympic says Near My God to Thee, 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 Near My God to Thee. Okay, to be honest, I forgot. Ship Nerd says it's never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. Yeah, no. Near My God to Thee. So anyway, it's actually a pretty big debate between Titanic historians as to what was the final song played by the... Oh, what's that? Okay. It's that. I saw a reflection in the TV. I'm like, what the heck is that? But it's actually a pretty big debate among Titanic historians as to what was the final song played that night. Was it Near My God to Thee? Was it Autumn? And all of that stuff. And so what I decided to do for my next video was actually try to research. It's another one of my discussion videos where we try to figure out what was the final song played on the Titanic that night. And I actually found where the story of Autumn came from. And it actually, if you look up Autumn on YouTube, it's not the Autumn. The Autumn you find on YouTube is not the Autumn song that everybody thought in 1912 that was played. It's actually a different song. So I found so much information on this, and it took forever for me to put it all together into a video. So anyway, that's what I'm working on. Like I said, I'm done filming. I just got to finish editing it, but I hope you guys like it. It's a very detailed discussion video. So yeah, so I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I hope you guys like it. Kim says, I have been watching you for 30 years. That is very unsettling. That is very unsettling, considering the fact that I am 31 years old. The fact that you were watching me for 30 years means you would have had to have been watching me as a baby, but also internet technology was at its infancy at the time. So that's impossible unless you were using... I'm thinking way too much into this. I'm thinking... So you know what I'm just going to do? I'm just going to call... I think you're full of bullshit. Yeah, I think I just did the Mike Brady thing. Oh, that is so funny. I cannot believe I just did that. I cannot believe I just did that. Sorry, I had to do it. I had to do it. Whoa, dude. Bullshit. You got Sam rolled. YouTube almost went beep. It's from Mike Brady's old game show that he did. Anyway, that's so funny. That's funny. All right, we got a couple more super chats. We got 5 from... Where to go? Kenna, thank you so much. Hey, Sam, what's up? What's up, Kenya? I got a question for you. Cool. How tall was the Titanic stern when she went vertical? As far as like how... That's an impossible question to answer. But typically... where's my Titanic bottle? There it is. It seems like that the Titanic stern went completely vertical right around the time that the aft well deck was going under. So probably right around the time it passed the, I think this is the second class stairs, like right here. It was right around here by the time the stern went completely vertical. It wasn't like sticking straight up around the base of the fourth funnel or anything. So I hope that's roughly. I mean, I can't answer that for certain, but yeah. Let's see here. Maritime from flag to stern mast. Okay, thanks for the 5, Kenya. Steven, 5, thank you. Good to have caught you. I'm glad you're here, Steven. Question, Was the Titanic's maiden voyage delayed from the Olympic dropping a blade from one of the props? Yes, it was. I forget by how long, though. Was it a month? It was a few weeks to a month. It wasn't a crazy long amount of time. I think his Titanic's maiden voyage was scheduled for March of 1912, and they pushed it back to April. Yeah, okay, Maritime. Oh, of course, Maritime has the dates exact. March 20th to April 10th. Seriously, Maritime, are you like Googling this stuff like lightning fast? Like, I remember it vaguely, but you've got the exact dates. Like, seriously, dude, what the heck? How do you have these dates? Like, you've got to have like a photographic memory. That's like, I mean, props to you. Nothing against you or anything, but I mean, like, I say it's vaguely this, and you're like, boom, it's this. I'm like, listen, one thing that you quickly discover when you do YouTube and all that stuff. Thanks for the 5, Steven. I hope I was able to answer your question. But one thing that I have discovered, and it's something that I will never understand why people do this, okay? When you're on a platform like YouTube and you're trying to talk about whatever subject you're trying to talk about, do people really think that you can come on to a platform like this and act like you know what you're talking about? And even if you have no idea and you just bullcrap it, do you really think people aren't going to call you out? Like, do you really think that people aren't going to say, dude, you're completely wrong. You're completely full of it. Like, I mean, like, I don't understand why people on YouTube, like why people come up on YouTube and they think that they can trick people, And the reason I bring it up is just like, reminds me of someone. Right. Because I mean, like all of you and everyone that I've met, like, you guys know this stuff so well and everything. And, and I was just thinking, like I feel like I do my best to make my videos as accurately as possible, but everyone makes mistakes. That's common. If you make a simple mistake, that's one thing. But I'm just like, with how smart everyone in this community is on whatever side we're talking about, how do people think that they can just bullcrap something and no one's going to call them out for it? You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know if you guys remember when this happened, but what made me, there was a guy, was it a year or two ago? And hang on, let me find it. He basically, what he did was he faked a plane crash for views. So wait, no, he faked an engine failure and then intentionally jumped out of his airplane and basically bullcrap the entire. He's like, guys, I had to jump from the plane. No, you didn't. He was at 10,000 feet. He had an engine failure. I think he just turned the engine off. And then he said that he had to jump. And he's also like, oh, it's a good thing I wear a parachute. I always tell pilots to have a parachute. I'm like, pilots don't usually have parachutes, dude. Oh, yeah. And like, pilots don't do that. And usually if an engine cuts out, there's time for you to glide somewhere. It depends on how high you are. But yeah, he faked, I kid you not, he turned off his plane engine, a perfectly capable airplane that was able to fly or glide. And he just jumped from it at 10,000 feet and let it just fly around until it hit the ground. I mean, it's such, and he doesn't show the, hang on. Yeah, I mean, so he made this whole, oh yeah, and also he made a point to have a GoPro on a selfie stick and everything. Yeah, like, here it is. Like, this is it. His plane engine's dead and everything. He's way up in the sky. And he's like, I had no choice. I had to bail out. Also, this time, I covered the plane in cameras so I could record the entire landing and everything. So he left this plane he's like, I had to wear a parachute because I had to jump. And I mean, it's so like, and pilots went after him. They tore him apart over that. They absolutely tore him apart. And another pilot went up there and turned the plane engine off and basically recreated his flight. And he was able to glide into a runway. He was able to make it to a runway. I mean, it's just, he did that for views. I mean, it made me so angry. Anyway, I did not mean to rage about all that. I did not mean to vent about all that, but it's really stupid. Okay, backtracking. Wait, we got 5 from Wolfman. Thank you. Cough, cough. Bright side. Cough, cough. Yep, absolutely. Healthy 5. Thank you. Hi, Sam. My son Blake, who is 9, loves your channel. Awesome. Glad he's a fan. Thanks for being here. He has learned so much about the Titanic from you. Blake wants to see Rosie. Rosie is downstairs, but I'll get her before I conclude the stream. Thanks so much for the 5. Shadow 5, thank you. I have a question I need an answer or a video about. Lol. But could the Titanic be saved by getting rammed by the New York ship? You know something? Probably. I mean, think about it. If the New York had hit the Titanic, it probably would have breached 1 or 2 compartments, but it would have delayed the Titanic's maiden voyage, by a few weeks at least, maybe. Well, how long did it take the Olympic to get repaired? Was it like 30 or 40 days? I mean, it was a while. So, I mean, it would have delayed the Titanic's main voyage by about a month or so. So, yeah, if the New York would have hit the Titanic, I mean, it couldn't have just been a scrape. The New York would have actually had to breach some of the watertight compartments. But yeah, shoot, if they had delayed the Titanic's voyage by a week, that iceberg would have drifted far away and blah, 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 blah. Titanic might have never sank. So it would have never sank. Wilson says there are so many butterfly effects. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Great question, by the way. What the heck is this? Okay. Mute. Olympic says, ha ha ha, because I threw a propeller blade. Oh my gosh, Olympic. I love it that people actually make names of these ships and they talk and everything like they're those ships. It's funny. Gregory, White Star would have gone bankrupt. Doubtful. That would have happened. Okay. Let's see. Al says, Sam, I was here at 10,000 subs live stream. Remember me, Alfie. That's so cool, dude. So you're one of my early subscribers. That is absolutely awesome. It just makes me happy when I see some people who have been a part of the community for so long. It really does make me happy. That's awesome. You're the second or third person from way back when that has stuck with me all this time. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, hey, random pop quiz for you guys here real quick. Maritime, same here. Yes, I know, Maritime. Glad you're here. What famous disaster did a vessel known as the Mont Blanc be part of? So the ship Mont Blanc, what major disaster was that ship involved with? Ready, set, go. What disaster was that ship? Maritime got it in 2 seconds. The Halifax explosion. Literally 5 seconds. Literally 5 seconds. Man, like, oh, that's easy. The Halifax explosion. Well, that didn't take long. Yes, absolutely. Oh, no. Oh, that is too funny. With the SS email. But yeah, listen, it's crazy. It's crazy. I didn't mean to get into that whole big vent about those trolls or whatever, but anyway. Let's see. We got that one. Historic Productions. Hey, Sam, have you heard of the Deepwater Horizon disaster that happened April 20, 2010 that caught fire and sank in the Gulf of Mexico and leaked oil everywhere? I didn't think anything sank. I thought it was like an oil rig explosion or something that caused that. I didn't think something sank, but I could be wrong. But yes, I remember when that went down. It was an environmental catastrophe. I absolutely remember that. I forget. Was it the late 80s or was it the 1990s? I forget exactly. But there was, and I'm planning to do a video on it. So it was for deep sea rigs, okay, like oil rigs and all that stuff. And the company that was sending them out there, they were trying to figure out a way, because these divers would have to work so deep underwater. And the companies, they were getting tired of having to deal with the divers having to come up. They had to decompress and all that. Because, if you work deep underwater, you can't just swim straight up. You have to allow your body to acclimate to the pressure. So they came up with this idea where they submerged these tanks, okay, or these chambers, okay, and these chambers were full of air and everything, and they were pressurized to the same pressure as the ocean was outside. So these divers could work at the bottom of the ocean, okay, and then when their shift was up, they could swim into these chambers at the bottom of the ocean, sleep, and then they could just go right back out. This kept them from having to deal with like decompression and all that stuff. And I think that these chambers were pressurized to 5 or 10 atmospheres. It's whatever it is at the depth they were working at. So anyway, why is my nose itch so much? So anyway, after the divers were done, they brought this chamber up to the surface, okay? Now, inside the chamber, it's still pressurized to 10 or 11 atmospheres, the same amount of pressure that it is at the bottom of the ocean. But of course, the divers can't just come out of there. So what they did was they were slowly equalizing the pressure. There was basically an airlock, and they were slowly equalizing the pressure so the divers, didn't get the bends and all that. Anyway, there was a massive accident when they were equalizing the pressure. Okay. Something went wrong with the airlock. All right. I think a guy messed up something or whatever. And then the airlock randomly exploded open. And then 10 atmospheres inside the chamber instantly became 1 atmosphere. And all of the nitrogen that was in these people's bodies and everything from the pressure left instantly. 1 minute these guys were there. The next minute, the 5-10 guys that were in the chamber, they just popped like a balloon. They were gone. I mean, it was just 1 minute they're there and then pop, they're gone. 10 atmospheres becomes 1 instantly. It was one of the worst disasters of all time. It was just, I was going to do a video about that, but I mean, like, they didn't even know what had happened. They didn't even know what had happened. It was all that nitrogen erupted from their body all at once, and 1 minute they're there and 1 minute they're gone. It's absolutely horrifying. Like, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, I don't have any worse. I mean, it's terrifying. It's absolutely terrifying. At least the guys didn't know what had happened. I mean, they wouldn't have suffered. It would have been a very instant death, but it still, like, I read a report that they were talking about, like, the guy, like, there was a guy at the airlock and they only found a few pieces of him, like some, like okay, we're done talking about this. It's absolutely like, it's what was hang on, I'm gonna Google this real quick. What was the deep sea rig pressure, like, shoot, what disaster, I forget, I don't even know what the type, what disaster was it where the divers popped in pressure chamber? I don't know how to look this up. The air pressure, Byford Dolphin incident. Is this it? Professional divers, depths to 500 feet. This might be it. Nitrogen bubbles will form in the bloodstream. I think this is it. Life support technicians. It's a death when things went wrong under the dive belt. Now, I don't know if this is right. Anyway, I'll have to look it up. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely horrible. Absolutely terrible. Oh, I know that. You've heard that story, Mauritania. Yeah, it's terrifying. Terrifying. Barbecue 5, thank you. Hi Sam, no question this week. Thank you for the relief. But wanted to say I'm planning a charity live stream in March. Still need to sort out a few details first. Awesome, and good luck to you. That is absolutely awesome. That is absolutely awesome. Like, if I'm ever in a situation where I am definitely going to die in some horrible way, I hope it's instant and painless. Like, I think the waiting for it to happen would be worse. Like, I mean, like, imagine if all of you were inside the stern of the Titanic, okay? The part of the ship that still had a lot of air in it. You're in, like, the very back part of it or something, and then the stern slowly dips beneath the surface, and you're in there, and you're still alive in an air pocket. You're going to die. And it's just the waiting, for the implosion to happen. I mean, we're changing the topic. Why are we so morbid? Oh my gosh. Okay, we're changing the topic. Yeah, why are we talking about this? We're changing the topic. Yikes, 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 yikes. Please, next topic. Yes, absolutely, Mauritania. Absolutely, absolutely. Let's see. We got that one. Walker says, anyway, let's talk about rainbows and unicorns. Okay, sorry. Rainbows and unicorns, huh? Uh-oh. I think you guys are going to freak out. How many of you guys know what I'm looking up?
Hey, Charlie! Hey, Charlie, wake up! Yeah,
Charlie. No. Just Sam, don't do it. Bruh, Charlie, why? Carl! I knew it! Bruh, I'm out. Bye. Oh, he has done it. To be honest, you guys asked for it. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Not what I was expecting from Logan. Listen, I remember when that came out. Okay. Like that came out when I was still in high school. Like, and I remember I laughed my head off at it. Jack5, thank you. Hi, Sam. I've heard recently that a Russian Navy is to be decommissioning the last Typhoon class submarine. Perhaps you could do a video on them. Maybe. That's not something that's on my immediate list of things to do, but you know what? I will go ahead and put that on the list. It's still a video idea. Typhoon class. So I'm not familiar with them. How long has that been a thing? Like, how long have they been? Typhoon class. Okay, got it. Typhoon class submarine. Okay, got it. How long has that been a thing? What's the whole story there? I don't know the story, but that's interesting. Thank you so much for the 5, Jack. Let's see. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, we're 30 minutes in and we haven't had to engage the slow mode yet. We haven't had to engage the slow mode yet. No, record yet. No, it's not a record. We've made it all the way through before. We've made it all the way through to the end before. So here we go. Here we go. Sam, remember last time? Slow mo, please. Slow mo, please. But yeah, so I've got my my next big topic is the Nearer My God to Thee video. That video should honestly, I might be able to get that video up tonight. If I really book it, I might be able to get that video up tonight. Maybe. Worst case scenario, it'll be up tomorrow, but I'm gonna finish it as soon as we get off the stream. But I wanted to get a slow mode up for you guys since I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. So I wanted to do a live stream for you guys. So Sam, slow mode with one. Oh my gosh, Ozzy. And you know, I don't ping that much. You know, I only ping when I've got something to say. I mean, good Lord, good Lord. Let's see. Steven, have you heard about the City of Rio disaster in San Fre? No, what's the story there? Fifth Officer Lowe says, yeah. Okay. Sam, how's the light taller timeline? I haven't even had a chance to start it yet. So basically, just so you guys know what's been going on, an unexpected job prospect showed up. I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't expecting it. Just a company called me out of the blue, and that's why I've been looking into all that and trying to figure all that out. And that's why I've been kind of hit or miss with be here on here lately. Is just I've been dealing with all the logistics of that, but because of that, it's also taking me a little bit more time to get my video figured out, but the Near My God to the video is almost done. And then, yeah, so we'll figure it out. But if this job prospect works out the way I think it will, it'll allow me to do that and still be able to have YouTube videos. So we'll see. We'll see. I've had a lot going on. Excuse me. Ship Nerd says, why did you ping everyone when you sent the Titanic NFT? You really want us to see that picture? So here's the thing. I think it's important when stupid stuff like that starts coming out that the community knows about it. Because honestly, like, I don't get it. Like, have any NFTs ever sold for big money? I legit don't know. But like, you hear about all of these companies trying to turn these whatever. I mean, it's not even a thing. It's a digital picture. I mean, like, you hear about these things. I don't understand. And like, there's also this company, like, I don't think you guys, like, maybe some of you do, but I also, like, I'm into, like, retro video games and stuff and I follow all that news. And there's this company that's doing these stupid auctions where they're saying that, like, a copy of Mario 64 is worth millions. And I'm like, what? Like, it's just like, it just seems like there's all these scams and people trying to turn stuff that isn't worth any money into stuff that is worth. Anyway, it's just I don't get it. But I think it's important to know about that stuff so we can say no, that's not cool. I think it's important to call scammers and stuff out. Just saying. It's an important thing. Oh, somebody knows about it. So Small says DK Oldies. Yes, I know all about the DK Oldies situation. Yes, I didn't even know who they were until like 3 weeks ago. But yes, I know all about that. I mean, what the heck, dude? But anyway, we're not here talking about that. But yes, I am well aware of the DK Oldies situation. Let's see here. Leslie Sam, why did you say anything with the slow mode? Because look at that. We said slow mode, but nothing happened. We were actually able to get by. Let's hear Drew. Hey, Sam, can you do a reaction video on a Titanic documentary made by Top 5's YouTube channel? It's not bright. Sam, I saw the video yesterday, and I thought I would want to share that with you. Send me the video, and I'll look at it. I might be able to do a reaction video before too long. That actually would probably help out. That actually probably would be a good video for me to do here in the next week or so. Wouldn't be too demanding for me to physically do it. Like anytime I do like a big research video, like the Nearer My God to Thee or the Light Taller series or whatever else I'm going to do, or Queen Mary, since you guys voted on that, there's a lot of research involved. So those videos take a long time for me to make, a very long time. I miss the days when I could pump out 4 or 5. So in my early days of YouTube, when I wasn't such a stickler on quality, I mean, don't get me wrong, my older videos weren't bad, but I was nowhere near as careful with everything as I am now. I could pump out 4 or 5 videos in a week. I think I did 5 videos in 7 days. I was out of my mind. I was absolutely out of my mind. And like, I had like, I don't know if you all remember, but it's like I would film from right here. The camera's right here. It's facing me right here. And I had, I think, was it this desk? Or was it, I don't even remember. I'll have to go back and look. But then I had a little 32-inch TV back here. And then right here in this corner, I originally planned to use a green screen. But I never used it. But you could see the corner of it in some videos. You could just see at the corner of it. And I'm like, if I go back and look at those now, I'm just like, so, I mean, it's just, you know, it's amazing how like things change over time and everything. I never thought I'd be doing YouTube in my life. I'm incredibly thankful. I'm incredibly thankful for all of you and just everything that's happened. So thank you all. We got a super chat too from B. Thank you. Congratulations on 88.1 thousand K submarine, Sam. Thanks. Yeah, we did just pass 88,000 subs. That's awesome. Thanks so much for the 2, B. You know, we might actually be able to hit 100,000 this year. That's my goal. That is my goal. This year, I would love it if my YouTube channel passed 100,000 subs. That is my goal for the year. That is my goal for the year. I want that 100,000 sub mark. You know, I want to get that. Like, that's my goal. And oh, that would be incredible to get the silver play button. Yes, the silver play button. I cannot wait to get that. I cannot wait to get that. That's my target. That's my target. And hey, listen, I couldn't get there without all of you. So thank you. Press says next goal for Sam, 89. Absolutely. Captain Jalen 5. Thank you. Hi, Sam. The UC Davis versus Cowboy basketball game is over. The score was 70-56. Davis won. My sister did good. What school did you go to? Like high school, college, or what are you referring to? Like, I jumped around a bit with as far as my schooling goes. So like I initially went to a community college and then graduated from there. And then I went to a college university, like a full-on university. So, and I got a bachelor's. So I did both. I did both. And good gosh, I cannot believe how long ago it's been since I graduated college. I'm getting old. Let's see here. The funny Sam, I'm a huge fan. Awesome. Glad you're here. I just want to let you know that without you, I wouldn't wait. Okay, that's a spam mark. Okay. Spam comment, and hidden. There we go. Okay, we got that one. Ultimate education. I don't know. My whole views on, like, don't get me wrong. I think college is very important and everything, but I also think it depends on what subject you go for because, you know, I have some issues with how the U.S. educational system is, but anyway, we don't need to get into all that. But I do have some issues with it. Mostly it's why some students get into massive amounts of debt before they anyway. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Let's see. Okay, we got that one. Scott says, Sam, have you seen Nat Geo's recent documentary about Titanic draining the oceans? That's on YouTube. The theorists the Titanic went down intact and broke up under the surface. Thoughts, if so? If there was a recent documentary on it, if there was a recent documentary, maybe not. But there was another documentary where I feel like I remember hearing that, where they talk about that the Titanic broke up underwater, and then. But the biggest problem with that is that so many people saw it. You know, like so many people saw the ship break in two. I mean, it's just like, and like they talk about that in On a Sea of Glass. You know, they're talking about like it was amazing to the authors of On a Sea of Glass that it was ever concluded that the Titanic sank in one piece. So many people said, "Did you see that? The ship broke in half." So I mean, that's just like saying that, yeah, so many people saw that, but it didn't happen there. It happened later. I'm just like what? Like what? Like it doesn't like it doesn't. Yeah, like there was also another debate about that with the there was also the other debate on that with the D-deck gangway door. There are so many people out there that like to say that Lightoller never ordered those men to go and open the D-deck gangway door. However, if you go to the wreck, that door is open. That door is open. And then people still like to say, oh, well, that didn't happen during the sinking. It happened later. And then you go, well, wait, how did it happen later? And then they'll argue that it happened when the Titanic's bow hit the ocean and the hydrodynamic pressure rod opened it. And sure, possible. But when you look at the testimony, people said it happened. And then you look at the wreck, there's evidence that it happened. And people still say, no, that didn't happen. It didn't happen like that. It's just like, it doesn't make sense. It's just, anyway. It's just one of those people just like to argue. I think that's it. Space Killer 10, thank you. I just stopping by to say hello. Glad you did, man. Glad you're here. Here's a 10 for you. Thank you. I would stay, but I'm about to head onto the front lines for a historical World War II reenactment. That's cool. I didn't know they did that with World War II. I know they did that with like Civil War stuff, but I didn't know they did it with World War II. That's cool. Hey, send some pictures from that on my Discord. I'd like to see them. Thanks for the 10, man. Glad you're here. Have fun. Second Officer Charles White, our rage meter has gone. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, it's just like, why do you people, like, why do you all want to argue? You know, it's just like I told you guys about the time I got into I think I did mention it. Yeah, I'm sure I did. When I got into an actual argument with a flat earther. I got into an argument with a guy who thought that the earth was flat. I'm like, yes, you've told us this many times. Yeah, I'm sure I did, Bear Time. Oh Lord, yes. So it's just some of the stuff that people do is just it blows my mind. It blows my mind. Oh Lord, what? Yeah. I got into an argument with a guy about a flat earther. Did I tell you guys about the So I might have told you guys this. I can't remember, but it was back when I worked at the cell phone store. Okay, it was a little bit before I got in there. Entertainment while I'm in the. Oh, Sabrina, are you okay? What's going on? Why are you at the hospital? Are you okay, Sabrina? Sabrina, I hope you're okay. Hope you get better. I'm sorry to hear that, Sabrina. Story time, yes, Sabrina. Hope you feel better, Sabrina. So basically, what happened was this actually happened a little bit before I got hired. My coworkers told me about it, and what had happened was this lady came in to the store. Okay, they said, "Do you need any help with the phone or anything?" She's like, "No, I just need to use your bathroom." That's what we call like toilets and stuff here in the States. So anyway, they said, "Sure, the bathroom is over there." So she goes in there. Okay, she's in there 10 or 15 minutes, comes out, walks away. And everybody in the store is just like, okay, whatever. And they go back to do whatever they're doing. Then about 5 to 10 minutes later, okay, one of my coworkers decides to go into the bathroom. He notices that there's the toilet's running, or he hears water coming from it. And then he also notices that the toilet handle is like wobbly, like it's not gripping right. He takes the top of the toilet off to look at all the mechanical bits of the toilet. I kid you not. This lady walked into the bathroom, stole all of the components out of the back of the toilet that makes it flush and functions, shoved a can of air freshener into the drain to keep it from spilling over, and then left. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. I mean, no way. What? She stole all of the mechanical bits out of the back of the toilet and then left the store. I mean, how much is that stuff worth? Like 20, 30 bucks at Home Depot or Lowe's or something? I mean, like, what? I mean, when I heard that, I mean, it's so stupid that I don't even know how to handle it. uh, anyway, that is definitely up there with one of the funniest. So it is funny. And it's up there with the guy. That story is up there with the guy who I worked with when I was working in cell phone retail. I've told you guys this story, but I walked up to a guy. I said, "Sir, do you need any help?" And he looks at me and direct quote, this is what he said to me. "Yes, you can help me, but there's something you need to know first. I am an angel sent by God, and this store is holy ground, and I'll die if I leave." I just look at him and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go. I mean, that was just like the anyway, that was up there with one of the craziest encounters that I've ever dealt with in retail. Hey, Hot Mess History 5, thank you. Shucks, I didn't know you were live. Is this every week? I do live streams every week, not usually on Saturdays, usually Fridays and Sundays, but I'm hectic week. But yeah, wish I could stay later, y'all. Glad you were here. Thanks for this 5 super chat. Thanks so much for dropping by. But yes, my streams, I do them every week. It's just when I can do them. Oh, there it is. People. Oh, yeah. And we had to call the cops on that guy, Mr. Angel Dude. We had to call the police on him because he started hovering around a family that had a 3-month-old baby. So obviously that's not going to fly. I kid you not, the cops had to taser him. The cops actually had to taser him to get him out of the store. It was absolutely insane. Millie! Hola, Sam. Hey, Millie. Hope you're doing well. How's life in Argentina? How's life in Argentina, Millie? SSL de France. Did you actually call the cops? I didn't personally, but somebody in the store did. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Let me tell you, that was all kinds of fun. Listen, when you work with the public, I had a guy call the cops on me once because he didn't like what I said to him in the store. Crazy 5, thank you. Hey, Sam, thank you for what you do and also calling out Bright Side's crap on Titanic. Keep up the great work. Ever thought about covering the Estonia? I've already done it. I have actually already done the Estonia. I did that a while back, actually. But yes, I have covered the Estonia in detail. And yeah, hope you just check out the videos I listed on my channel. Thank you so much for the super chat. But yeah, I had a guy call the cops on me because he was trying to steal all of our advertising pamphlets. I told him no, he could take one. So then he went home and wrote a letter to my city's police department and told them to come to the AT&T store I worked at to arrest me for telling them we could only take one of our advertising pamphlets and not all of them. So anyway, the stuff I've had to... Because you've told us that. I've probably told you guys most of my stories. Maritime Mystery Sam, did you know tomorrow is 109 years since Britannic was... You know what? Maritime, are you just Googling this stuff? Are you just like Googling all of these? Are you... All right, the chat's starting to go bonkers. All right, guys, hang on a second. The chat, we made it 48 minutes before I had to engage the slow mode. We have finally had to engage the slow mode. We made it almost the entire live stream before I could do that. Roger, what did you say to make him call the cops? So the whole story with it, Roger, is the guy had autism really, really bad. And basically he always hung out with the AT&T stores, and we knew him. We saw him almost every day. And he was mostly fine. But if you told him no for anything, he absolutely just lost it. And I caught him stealing our advertising pamphlets. Like, no joke, he was going through all of our drawers and just taking out stacks of papers that we needed for our customers. And I told him he could only take one. And he flipped out, went home, impersonated a police officer, and wrote a letter to the actual police telling them to come and arrest me. That's what happened there. That's what happened there. It's just, and I wasn't the first one he had done that to. He had done that to anybody who ever tells him that he can't cause disruptions. So yeah, that's that story. Let's see here. We got that. We got that. We got that one. We got another 5 from B. Thank you. I'm writing a script for the HMHS Britannic / World War I film. Wish me luck. Good luck, man. Good luck. That's awesome. You're doing a Britannic film. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Alex 5, thank you. Ocean Liner gives new evidence to the fact that the Titanic should have hit the berg head on to save the ship. Thoughts? I did hear that he did that. I did hear that, and I haven't watched that video from start to finish. I've watched bits of it, but I think he gives some examples of other ships and everything. And look, it is ultimately possible that Titanic could have hit the berg head on and survived. But I tend to go more with, I think the ship would have suffered a massive structural failure. You know, like nothing against Mike and his video or anything. But I think what would have happened was, I think at traveling 21, 22 knots, I think that if the ship hit the berg head on, and also you have to think about what type of iceberg, because there's some fragile ones and there's some that are very like strong. And from what we gathered, it looks like the berg that the Titanic hit was a strong one. So what I think would have happened is, if you got something this big, and pretend my hand's the iceberg, and it slams into the iceberg at that speed, 21, 22 knots, that sudden stopping force is, number one, it's going to crunch the bow in, which is going to damage the bulkheads at the front. But think about the shock wave. Think about how much force is going to go through the entire structure of the Titanic. I think the ship would suffer a massive structural failure. And if the ship didn't just collapse and sink straight down, it would have definitely breached more watertight compartments. So, I mean, I think the ship would have hit. The front of the ship would probably get crushed all the way into as far back as the forward well deck. And then the shock wave would have breached a lot more compartments if the ship didn't suffer a massive failure. Everything inside the ship would get launched forward. I don't see her surviving. I do not see her surviving under those circumstances. But if the ship had been going slower, maybe. So that's just my 2 cents on that. That is my 2 cents on that. I don't think she would have made it under those circumstances. But icebergs are very unpredictable objects. You know, some are very strong and others are notoriously unstable. There was a story, I forget the year. I think this happened in 1913 or 1914. It's where is it? This story is mentioned in my it's mentioned in the book Dead Wake about the Lusitania. But what they talk about in this book is that there was a small ship. It spotted an iceberg, so they sailed up to it. And a couple of guys got off of the ship and climbed up to the top of the iceberg. And I think they planted a flag. And then they climbed down, they got back on the ship, and then they left. And then a minute or two after they left, the iceberg, they said it was shaped kind of like a mountain or like an A. They said that the iceberg collapsed inward. Just like that. So they said it was there, the flag was at the top, and then it randomly just went, it just collapsed just like that. So, I mean, like, getting on an iceberg and trying to mess with them is a very, very bad idea. They're notoriously unstable and notoriously unpredictable objects. So you don't want to mess with them. That's my 2 cents on that. Hang on, let me see here. Did any of you guys see the let me find it. 1 second. Iceberg flips. Yeah, these two guys almost got crushed by an iceberg. This happened a couple of years ago, I think. Did you guys ever see this? Where these guys are trying to. Do you guys ever see that? Sabrina, those idiots. Yeah. Yeah. So I seen it. Yeah. You guys saw that. Yeah, you don't want to mess with icebergs. You absolutely do not want to mess with icebergs. Those they are very, very dangerous. 100%. Vampire says, can you make a video on the Symphony of the Seas, aka the biggest ship in the world? Maybe eventually, maybe at some point. I don't really do videos on modern ships, but maybe. SSL de France, climbing an iceberg. I don't want to be there. Yeah, absolutely. I'm getting tired. we got that. We got that. That's my 2 cents on that should be your future merch. What should be my future merch? Did you make a comment and I missed it? All right. Sam, if you could own a Navy ship, what sort of equipment or armament would you want to equip it with? I mean, would I want a battleship? I honestly don't want a battleship. I want an ocean liner. You know what? If I could have a ship, I would like to recreate an old school ocean liner. That's what I'd like. That's what I'd like. I would like to rebuild a 4-funnel ocean, or at the very least, like maybe something realistic. Like maybe I could rebuild a small steamer, like the I mean, we don't need to rebuild it; it still exists. But like the Nomadic or the Traffic, build a small little ship like that. Those smaller ships, like the Nomadic or whatever. Did they have a smaller version of the triple expansion engine? Like they were obviously steam powered, but what was their actual propulsion system? Like did they have a smaller version of like the Titanic's engine or something? I legit don't know. I'm actually asking you guys. Was it like a smaller version of the traditional triple expansion steam engine and all that reciprocating? Was it like that? Or I legit don't know. Reciprocating engine, reciprocating, triple expansion, all that. Toy, yeah. So yeah, well, not really a toy, but yeah. So this is a 3D printed replica of the Titanic's reciprocating steam engine. It has all the gears and everything. Like this is so cool. This is like one of my favorite things that I have. A YouTuber sent me this. A YouTuber sent me that. Sabrina, it's really cool. He sells the 3D designs for it. Oh, that is cool. I'm glad you guys like it. That's one of my favorite pieces. We got another super chat, 10 from Wolf. Thank you. If Murdoch had been able to reverse the Titanic's port side engine and left starboard engine running it full ahead, would that have helped in her turning any? So if she'd reversed the port engine and left the starboard engine running it full, yeah, it probably would have. But there just wasn't time. You got to stop the engine and then you got to redirect the steam. I mean, it's a lot of work to change the rotation of the propellers and reverse the engines. And they barely had time to stop the engines before the ship hit the berg, let alone reversing them. If he could have pulled a rabbit out of his hat and pulled that off, yeah, probably would have accelerated the turning of the Titanic by a little bit, but not by a whole lot. So, but yeah, very good idea. That'd be an interesting video. Sabrina, 30 seconds, so probably they didn't think of that. Yeah, I mean, they don't have that. They don't have that much time. They just don't have that much time to react or handle something like that, 100%, 100%. Captain Jalen, too, thank you. Sam, are you a fan of the Golden State Warriors? Jalen, I'm not really a sports guy. So yeah, I watch football a little bit. Basketball, I don't watch it really. I'm not a diehard sports guy. If I'm at a party or something and everybody's watching it, sure, I'll watch it. I enjoy it a little bit, but it's not something that I actively keep up with. That's just not really my thing. Not really my thing. I can't believe I'm going to say I'm a Globetrotters fan. I'm a Globetrotters fan. How about that? How about that? But yeah, so there are sandball. Okay, wait. Here's a question. Start a poll. Here we go. The ultimate question of all time. Ultimate question of all time: football or soccer? Football, soccer. The ultimate question of all time. Sam from Sabrina. Football or soccer? Let's see how this goes. We're at 42, 46, 61, 62. Football, soccer. Oh my gosh. Forgot an option. Oh, ha, Maritime. That's how we had a war in Discord. Absolutely. That is so funny. It's funny how people get so into that. Alex 5, thank you. If I could make you a captain of any ship ever, which ship would you choose and why? A captain of any ship ever? Probably the Olympic, you know, the original of the big four. She had an incredible career. Yeah, probably the Olympic. I think it'd be cool to see the beginning of the White Star Line, or not the beginning of the Olympic class, not the beginning of the White Star Line, and all the stuff that happened with that. Yeah, I think the Olympic. I think I'd have to go with the Olympic. That would be the ship that I would want to be captain of at first. Thank you for the fab, Alex. Okay, guys, so we're coming up on the 1 hour mark. And like I said, I'm trying to get that other video done. I want to get that done as soon as I can. So I think I'm going to go ahead and conclude the stream here for tonight. Sorry, we're not going to have a Q&A this week, but I should be able to have, we should be back to normal next week. So anyway, guys, hey, thank you guys so much for your patience and understanding. Once again, sorry I didn't get a video up this week, but I should have it up very soon. And thank you guys so much for all your support. You guys are awesome. Everybody did super chats. Thank you. Everybody did regular comments. Thank you. And just thank you guys so much for all your support. I wouldn't be here without you. Y'all take care. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night, everybody.